and he used to tap send. Yetwa enkomo no eso na ye wuremu ede akọ international kakra. UK, London, Britain, and I say Wahima Krum now or Hini Krum.
Queensland.
You say I near Queensland here.
It's Queensland.
Queensland. Yes, you see what we. Omo politics. How? Omo yani saying? As you see, Mami or the saying
Liz Truss.
Liz Truss. 44 days in office.
I had your chubby.
Oh.
Coffee. Where you? Okay. I say historically, which is superpowers are be and at that time, you can superpowers were near country, the British, the French, and the Americans. You can system of governance, and they call it prime ministerial structure, and presidential structure. British one then excuse me, fumpa. Because that day was a any number started you.
British one.
I almost started in the 17th century. 17th century. A superpower of the United Kingdom. And only the only kingdom and the only country or the only superpower in the world that from the 17th century there started to be governance, government, presidents, prime ministerial, and then councillors of countries. British until now were changing prime ministers from 17th century. Were changing 85. That 300 years history of Europe, British are changing prime ministers 83 or 85. America, the same season of 300 years when America led the world, Oma change 60. The French, that is also superpower. Within the same period, after Oma change 25, including Macron. 25. Look at that. Next year, the British structure from Robert Walpole time. Only the team called 20 years. Only the team called 20 years. And William Pitt, the younger, or called 18 years. Yebenya, even in that time, in the 18th century, Canning and Godrich, they did 149 days, 144 days. At the time, before UK ever settled, even up to the time of Winston Churchill, Papa, we know how many British prime ministers? It be called 5 times. Oba 6 months. Obi ba 1 year. Near 2 no. Said the American just boys, Baba. No unity. Oh, then Basik and Baba with Downing Street. Kofi, Omba 1 year. Russell no. Cavendish. Ebi ba 1 year back to back. Comport. Ebi ba back to back 5 times. Ebi ba 4 times. Ebi ba 3 times. 2 times. No kono asabo be 1 year near 2 no. No abetwa Kofi. British force system, and I've said, and I keep mentioning, say, no, we are seeing whom papa. Now they were so smart and so intelligent and clever. Say, share that small island now. Utimi G ewiase. Utimi G as many as 179. Call it head of state or government under the monarchy. Under the monarch. And to woman no a check. But they never assumed and no man dream say Kofi a baba be do a modern day say Europeans, I'm sorry, omon former seminar simbium. They never wished and they never thought say country be rise a powerful friend Holland. British never assumed say being a country be a friend Italy or be powerful. They never thought say there should be a country like Czech Republic or they didn't. And to be no, they thought say they were the leaders of the world. And yet even they were not the first country who see parliament. Listen to me. Or starting a government structure in the 17th century, but no any parliament. Because no one say Omu nyansa, oma dwunema bia, and no country in the world than them. And a Kofi, omu prime ministerial structure. Omu share bet. They forgot, say, the powers to the monarch and the power from King George the first time. What does it mean? Mean say the king or the queen, no, etimi pam prime minister. Some of those 86, you know, do no, in the, about 60 something of them, no, their prime monarch, no, a catch and say, Papa, or resign, no, no about upper house, no about defending. Vote of no confidence there. British no vote of no confidence in a Israeli Knesset there. No, we had 3-3-4-4 days. 3-3-4-4 days. Omu ye ya the tutu omu ye ya Williams. Like in the case of American for being a president or cause 5 times. Vote of no confidence near Wasaba. 5 times no die president. No British for omu speciality no. And the British prime ministerial system, no, Kofisa won't tiasia. But some of us, no, we follow and we followed and we do understand it. In the Gofubaka Debia Mekatro said there was a time I wanted to treat with you why the British exited from the European Union. Yeah. Because way back in 1994, some of us we knew said the British cannot survive in the European Union. Because how can you be the architect of the European Union? Was in Churchill post Second World War and no design here. Don't forget, say, even the almighty Churchill. When we saw about 2 times. About 2 times. About 1940 to 1945. And as a cleverly as whatever, yes. Onunu buy as we be 6 years. And a Churchill say about 45 to 51. 51 to 50. Obey Second World War. Onuko we have Second World War no. Altogether we 9 years. Or you have 5 and obey you have 4. Omutu no. Now, share after Churchill from 40 column now leading to 1979. Our almighty Margaret Thatcher ebaye. Margaret Thatcher ebaye 11 years straight. Kofi, she kwanya omu fa so e force maame no. Onu kwa de no ne queen problems wo ho. Because she felt very strong and stubborn, and she was growing with popularity, and the queen had a problem with that because in a British form, no more penance. Meaning, said before said Margaret Thatcher bebano, British was one of the bad economy. To say Ghana, the economy was very poor before 79. Oh God, my God, England was very bad, and to Margaret Thatcher and a stabilize the British economy. And will give you strength. Ebe some hope about the British people. And the man you have started so more respecting. Out of that, no, until my give gaining strong popularity, until now or contested. There was a problem between the only queen. Now shake ups kakra or ho. Shadia a quite British for the palm until my gun force man resign here. Minus co-minus. Omu demonstration ho. And I say sure me, mo so no iron lady or cashew woman. So I'm trying to few mu cry. Go to hell. He said nana day by. Oh yeah, no. And we go introduce what is called poll tax. Tax levy keke. I don't know British for jinaso. Into omu heating sa. But directly, indirectly, no. As I said, the queen called there and but directly, indirectly, no. As I said, the queen called there and told us that resign. But to the British people, they felt so no reason. No, the British culture and the governance system, the queen or the king, till today has the power to ask you to resign. But then Queen Elizabeth, so smart and so clever, she never made, and for that matter, even the monarch, before no yet in openness, the past 30-something years, you know, Queen Elizabeth will be that throughout her tenure, but more beyond resigning that. But no yen indirectly in terms of for so anti-magi say we're losing popularity into vote of no confidence to the sense that they were able to control and manipulate on one and conservatives, you know, on the table say no vote of no confidence and we train home. Oh, this 11 years. Once a we and we call we are no and a John Major by or by picking 1990 na ma no koye no. John Major in the first 5 into the second 7 years 1990 to 1997 no ono no de na European Union politics no a started currency issue na bam onko fight ni enje European Union presidency emfamra UK wantimi na nya ne fault Europeans ne fa omo adwensi yembua no and ono out of frustration wantiman bageni better for UK our European Union politics ho on pass him, he was a gentleman and after 7 years no or train Blair or 97 no one of the best again in my view politically was Tony Blair or no be picky at his youthful and young age of around 42 or 41 it did not hold on energy ho and Tony Blair's charisma is that of President Clinton and Obishia Clinton at the time Obishia your friend says Schroeder and people of his time and now award that charisma and was very fine the British liked him 10 years but share Iraq war and the force so na after 10 years out of frustration and also give you in. So when Tony Blair left in 2007 from 97 to 2007 who is so intelligent in the British politics at the time than Gordon Brown who was also Labour. So one would have thought that even Tony Blair crowned the government and it was Gordon Brown or then I could feel man here Tony Blair he could do only 3 years up to 2010 or year 2010 Gordon Brown after general elections Olusia and radical good boy bad boy David Cameron Ebabe fire sure Cameron European politics at that time some of us we knew say Cameron the way I know so pushy British youth and indeed no there or European Union politics and was there the conservatives in the old British no more because said one UK all the European Union commissions ya momba kokra President of Europe ya momo Commission of Trade ya mfa momo Liga ya mfa momo Capital of Europe ya mfa momo Security of Europe ya mfa momo Defense of Europe ya mfa momo Oma nya European Union bibia land na nya only office from European Union and we ko bedi ya for Bank of Europe German for G ya mfa France for a UK for ni nyina ye Cameron any Gordon Brown any Tony Blair difficulties are in the hands of the Queen because say time even Tony Blair na ono ko force say sika no ombeka ho integration na omufa Queen trimaso no Europeans in patcho enye currency of Queen mothers because a Queen mothers there Denmark will be no will be France your friends Spain will be into there be yampene ono no problem part of the problem no in the Cameron there now the British he thought say o move the youth not do mako European Union integration aye adwuma hwe kwan de ne fa so hwe kwan a the Brexit vote that time ono no betena krom why in the campaign no and okodi Justin Trudeau e Canada or campaign against citizenship immigrants not Justin Trudeau also a conservative party in Canada na odi na chi say our war krom ho no mom ye citizen campaign okoye and a British conservative which of course Queen Mother means say no church no year timetable for Brexit I don't buy elections Cameron free Canada buy no cost supporting Adam for abortive for ina also go lose election Justin Trudeau your friend say Olusia no Olusia ma Trudeau buy no ana oba UK no hwe ne timetable that very day was European Cup of France that time no na Czech Republic was share UK was share England first match in the second match name say only France and now one country like that say Bulgaria that was the timer the election the 2 year interestingly UK any football England any football our European Union na European Cup what lose one match and nyina youth ni nyina hwim any France ko match that day na elections in baso and kokra for conservative for no ko trugum so he come out thought say everything was a done deal youth ni nyina nyo nom koto aban youth anom di na chinyina enom nim se ade cha besua bibiye out of frustration Brexit na go through no buy no nso ye den or resign here in 2016 odimika share interest ye come dem fa so 2010 to 2016 butu boy no simple out no here no what you say ena Boris ebeto aso so conservative ebeto aso oye sen oye na was that Theresa May by obey 3 years ena Boris on so by that time ke papa we or koye crache because the basis no European Union politics no anti-British because there is no commissioner in Europe apart from Jack Straw at the time in 94 only an European foreign minister and no commission no office into na European Union shia ye kwa America no abeka brofo but the man office liga omdima your friend say Poland ni Barowski your friend say Portuguese ni and the European Union president man no and the Strasbourg the capital ma France your friend say defense edema Belgium your central police ma Holland your friend say bank edema Dax Germany Frankfurt and the British fire frustrated from that time be permanent. That is the genesis of why that was it because ministers British politicians echo European Union na or brofo hey there be France ni a diplomat gina ha or can English Belgium diplomat be gina or can English okay you know English but what about the other languages British for ba mo nka kasa bia enti ba voting na German for nkwat peke be 3 votes Austria to amano German na moto part of Liechtenstein Luxembourg mo no ma ba e ba se omo ye voter no omo nyako group Flemish for no Luxembourg Benelux for Belgium any your friends and Holland any Luxembourg no omo nyako kan German for no ma vote e ba we ya no ma group no ma to ma France e ba we no ma group no ma to ma say anti-British could not get anything one single commissioner be no Britain because of what language European ones say British politicians in bar but from they want somebody who can communicate with them with other languages through that Barroso Quefri and Romano Pro Italiano or no nan brof or cabrofo was I can Italian or French what the British will be able on Casa Akas or cabrof into Mokasa no is a voter so the Queen was upset. Said Germany were the biggest contributor of the European Union Fund. And indeed they were the biggest contributors. Went to my office back okra. Monchum home free home. Sa politics from Margaret Thatcher time 1990 Thatcher resign. Thatcher your friend Major Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, David Cameron, Auntie Theresa May, Boris. Auntie, Mammy, where Bano, Kofi, Hannah, Betcha, catch you and say, Mammy, no, only
I think that one was via Zoom.
Yes,
Kofi Radio.
Yes, I make just a massa. Papa, Mammy, we make kind accommodate the Exchequer, Chancellor, no Edwin Faso. Then I'm a catch because it's nothing. It's British politics as usual. And I knew, say, ya gentlemen, you couldn't know. Dear British for Bemana ye finance minister no for any longer. I knew on politics. So I said on your studio said if the woman I say one man no are resigning now waje the portfolio I don't think the woman can also live 2 days because the point is no finance minister or finance secretary or chancellor of the exchequers United Kingdom could you best sorry say or no than the budget in team every budget say or to take tax of the rich now increasing the tax of the poor and now say the other way around without the prime minister being aware. So Kofi, how does it come in say what prime minister no j the position now one no discuss as in the prime minister the boss no Kofi can Mr. Ken Oforiatta ever call Ghana Parliament could read the budget abra his excellency Nana Addo Dankwa in your way good or bad or your way. So you had the briefing from him and you gave him the approval and wako so problem crab stand by him sanka wa ma kwesi kwatin and resign here and ka sympathy kakra be ho but man resign here na man for say okay then your own seed or product and then the man me on the basis say mami we or check 3 months krana ne nyame ni trade ni ye 44 days ben you no nko canning odi 140 days 149 Godridge or design Godridge 149 but could do 144 even in the old days o ma kan 1 year for Kofi bebebe into British system ne say o mu de wo na colonize me Ghana. Isn't it amazing say Fourth Republic 8 governments Jerry J Power after 8 years so ye kama ye election dark days black boss enya kwa ye transfer power. President Kufuor 8 years enya kwa or transfer power. President Mills 4 years 3.5 or transfer power nyame unisaf eto friend. President Mama Bedu a transfer power. Nana do dan kwa his excellency we try to 4 we enter 2 showboy econ 8 solid nyame mana hodin otwa oko. Is it not the same like in Kenya? Is it not the same like in Zambia? Is it not the same like Namibia? Is it not the same like Tanzania? Is it not the same like Turks and Caicos? Is it not the same like Bahamas? Is it not the same like Jamaica? And then now colonies, including Canada, including New Zealand, including Australia, almost transfer power after the tenure of the Prime Minister or the President. Quietly. Now we are godfather. We there over 30 something years. O Prime Minister be no waiting ma con term awie. Tell the world the kind of politics that you come and tell me in Ghana say your elections your elections in ye. Meanwhile, why a civilian police for all the Commonwealth countries? And I will check quite emphasis in your elections. Won't check quite emphasis in your presidential. Yes, ya tia se se bia nkwase afo. Yetima hihye presidency ye. Enya kura na just say ye de nsika ne di. Enye wieska ana ye bokro no ana se economy no ye nhihye ne ma wie. Fa ne sa se de omhu ye no. Nevertheless, we have not contested. Ye mu street so ayeko. Ye ntwe aba, ye transfer power. Na wo se we dey the master na wo kire bu training no. Adentin ada bia no more resigning. So the British, Kofi, they should tell the world how they want the world to see them. In short, the British politics, Kofi, is so dynamic, so funny, so controversial, and sometimes when you sit back, now you don't even understand their structure, how the whole thing operates. Now we are resigned. Share. What the open watching? Boys Johnson be unity. Obi a omo kaka do mpe bi a che no because there's no popular person. Omo beko upper chamber sesi a akovotu omra and yes the only thing that is left for them no omo scrapple no omo ko general elections na fi omo turn for but then at the end of the day the labor for na akwa so omo so struggle with the candidate and the go be British what there
I say Kofi tell Alaji I salute him. My problem is when is Alaji getting
getting what?
Assimilated.
About what?
Nana Berima. Okay. We're free Nana Berima. Was it the Prime Minister of UK apologized to the UK for appointing the Finance Minister Kwatin?
Yes, you.
Yeah. The President says the ministers are performing well. Hey. Okay. Was it WAHAB? Good evening, Daddy. And free Village Boy TV ho. Okay. Was it they don't tolerate nonsense a bit? Messages you make free YouTube. Was it food have been very low price in Nigeria, Togo, etc. Ghana killers paradise by Ghanaian businessmen and women going as far as Vietnam, etc. to import rice. Please, shame on buy and sell gang. Okay, we're free. Fling sechi ho and what they buy. Was it if I am outside Ghana, I don't buy Ghana food stuff. No self-sufficient back home, and if I am home 100% made in Ghana to support my people home. Self-protection for motherland. Okay. Mamima down how was say true talk, Papa Tony Afrane, and I was say United Africa should start now. Vivian Sapon, Vivian, Africa, you can't say equal, and I said, until now, that's when number.
How? We have different colonies. The French will not agree. They cannot. No. Why in the union currency they are managed 17 ECOWAS members, and a Central African Republic is why I say for the Central African Republic. They don't want any interruption because so you need the African Union, and this was what Gaddafi proposed. If he was alive, then fine. Yeah. What I say, but when even he proposed that, Shankofwa Omu kick against the idea. Kaguta Museveni of Uganda, his best friend that was spending in Libya, now also. One Thabo Mbeki. These were the people who kicked against the idea. And how do you expect South Africa being some kind of eco currency? And they on paper there, eco ne da oma designer that Kwame Nkrumah United that so.
Bampon say COVID. This man said UK Prime Minister will be kicked out, and it has happened. And we say, why is this noble man not in Parliament? I keep asking myself. We're free. Aquile Classic. Was he UK mafia politics? My name is Senior Oyeyi. We Facebook comments now to say Mekan. Francis was say, yeah, was I live in London. What this man is saying about the Brexit vote is partly not true.
Partly true. The whole thing is a fact. On
Obi man answer. I was say
on one British commissioner, any one commissioner of the European Union or UK. On the European Union, British was the biggest contributor. They never had any commission. And I'm giving the powerful commission, the legal, my polish. The defense, my Belgium. Because they claim them not to Belgium, so they don't want to create any other office. The central police and the security of Europe is Holland. Fine security, fine police. The defense, Belgium. Economy, Bank of Europe. And UK, London, I'm sorry, Mr. UK, New York, Germany, they happen to be the biggest economic hubs around the world. Yeah. Yet, Ansana, Singapore, Ebekaho, and Dubai are joining. Yet, UK, they fought for the Bank of Europe. Say, the biggest contributor. Say, Strasbourg, France, was declared. They put in London to be the capital of Europe. They didn't agree. Tell me if you said it's partly not true. Bring your proof and tell me what was the cause of the British exit and when David Cameron was booted out. Compare that day, the day of the Brexit, and where was the British? England were playing football in France. That originated and that caused how the Cameron didn't win. From that, tell me British parliamentarian and now say diplomat, European Union Okra post. If you're able to give me that, let the public read from you.
Hajj Abdul Rauf Jr. Ababeyi Francis or say ya or ano. Or say Francis, you can live in heaven, but not everything about heaven that you will know. What UK?
I want him to learn. Does he even know that all British Prime Minister from Margaret Thatcher up to today, they couldn't finish their terms? If you live in London, you should know. Explain to Ghanaians. Let us all learn from you. Also, we learn. Let me also learn. Why do they resign? Over what? What is the issue?
Francis Asayao, are you among the parliamentarians in UK of Info-K and next to and when you know please can Alaji lecture us about the Russia war? Yeah, but
yes.
Was say echo will not work. My name is Dominic O. Frimpong. Was the next president is okay for the new Ghana WAHAB. We are waiting for Nana Kudia. Okay. Was say it's a collective responsibility, so the party has the power, not head of party. Richard Murphy. But say, Kofi, tell me, WAHAB that you and you we hand over Ghanaians are suffering. Boating again, boating.
Oh, but some gas a Ghana for so far.
Next, okay. Was say Brussels is the capital.
No, European. No. Strasbourg is the capital of Europe.
Okay.
Brussels is the head office, or let's say call it the office of the European Union. That's the Parliament of Europe is Brussels. Okay. Parliament of Europe is Brussels. Defense of Europe is Brussels. Capital of Europe is Strasbourg in France.
And it's Ajuba Atta Sekum Chacha for President 2025.
Nice.
Frederick Nkrumah say he's absolutely right about the Brexit, 100%. Dominic Frimpong was UK military is still stronger than most European countries.
As strongly as, yes. So that was the defense. The British put the Royal Army. So we have the strongest army, one of the strongest. Of course, when it comes to comparison, please let nobody make mistake. The Royal Army is very good in the air. The ground military, there is no country in the world, including Russia, that can fight on the ground more than the France. So please, get that one also, get that history, so that you can also research and know. When we come to street war, street to street, fight on the street, convention war, conventional war, that year fight it was street, so no. No country had ever beaten France to it, including the United States. What air power? Yes, the Royal Army is very strong. They are not bad. Yet, Royal Army, only America and they call Iraq. They were still calling for NATO to come in. Royal Army, only America and they call Afghanistan. They have to force NATO to come and support. They couldn't fight on the ground. France are the fighters. So yes, you may have the two, the French Army and the British Army. Please be guided when you're doing that comparison. Talk of where they have their strength. America, yes, but America cannot fight even China on the street.